Much as I love you, Manny, we've got to get to work now.
It is a ridiculous cold day here in North Idaho.
But I have my 2 gloves on, my 2 pairs of socks, my 2 pairs of pants, my 4 coats, and my beanie hat, so I'm ready.
It's like 17 degrees out here, but it is not raining or snowing.
Which means we can still be outside working. We had an awesome time last week celebrating Eli's birthday. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. We read all those to him and he felt very special.
That was a nice little break, and yes, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that. So yeah, it's cold. It's January and it's North Idaho, but you know what? It is dry. So we're gonna take advantage of this dry weather that we are currently experiencing. We're gonna spend a little more time out here in our garden space getting stuff done.
Yeah, what better time to work in your garden than the middle of winter?
Makes total sense.
Seriously though, our sheep are grazing in the fields right now in January.
Get strapped up here. You get your snack belt. We're gonna see the return of the snack belt. You can move it, get it on over your 7 coats that you're wearing there.
At least I'll be warm today. I got my candy in my pocket. So that brings me to my snack belt choice of the day. Today I'm going with the Macy's Mint Frango. Now, every single Christmas my mom buys me a box of Frangos, and this year she was only able to find 1 box. And although she loves them as much as I do, she gave me the box. So thank you, Mom.
Look like little turds.
They're not turds. These are very sought after mints.
As you walk down so many different changing roads, may the sunlight follow you wherever you go. May the laughter.
Jeremy's going to try to get it at least at a reasonable temperature in here.
Yeah, like 25.
Yeah, maybe above freezing would be awesome.
May it feel like home. In the highs and in the lows, moving fast or moving slow. May your roads be filled with light, and may peace be by your side. May your heart be filled with wonder every day.
Get to work.
Your life be so good that the stories fill up every page.
So let's talk about it, Mama. What are we doing with this ridiculously expensive pile of treated lumber that we're sitting on here?
These sticks here. We are going to start working on the gates and the doors for our garden fencing because there's no point on having a garden if we can't actually keep anything out. So we're gonna work on our man doors today for right now, and then hopefully we'll also be able to move on and work on the double swing gates.
Yeah, we're gonna do as much as we can and see how far we get. Gate number 1, we're gonna get our lengths of lumber cut. We already took our measurements outside. So for our first man door, which is the first gate that we're actually working on, we need our top and bottom rail to be set at 41 inches. Because lumber is so expensive right now, I did buy all this last night. We're gonna try to recycle as much as we can and use as many of these little scrap pieces that we had sitting around. Try to help save Melissa and I some money.
To the boneyard.
This is what it's come down to. This is like a pile of gold right now.
I know, that little piece right there, $27.
$50.
Be filled with light. May peace be by your side. May peace be by your side. May peace be by your side.
Now that we got our door cut out, we are going to be using lap joints at the corners, so that's going to require us to cut out some notches to get these secured.
Oh, Mama, what do you got there?
Kimchi bowls.
Look at that. Mama done did it again.
It's lunch.
Let's do it.
Can't eat chocolate all day.
I'm warm.
See if our wood glue is frozen from sitting out in here for the last few months in the cold. Actually, you know what? It doesn't look that bad. I think we just need to shake it up a little bit. Shake it off, shake it up, man.
That's not how the song goes. Luckily, all Jeremy's hours with the shake weight has prepared him for this moment.
Killing it. We are moving on to assembly with everything cut and notched out. Now we're going to take our shaken, not stirred, wood glue and some screws, get these things all set up and then secured in place.
We got our first man door all glued and screwed and realized that we're going to need some kind of bracing in that. It's just a little wobbly and it'll probably get more wobbly over time. So we were going to go with a nice diagonal brace, but due to lumber costs, we're just going to go with a horizontal mid-span brace. So we're going to get back to notching. Knock.
No,
Knock knock.
absolutely not.
Knock knock.
No visitors.
Jerry, say who's there. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Jeremy's gonna start nailing the wire in place and I'm gonna be cutting off the excess.
Okay, so there is door number one. We still have to build door number two. It'll be essentially the same process. The measurements might be a little different. Once we get that done, hopefully tomorrow morning we can get these things hung, mounted. Once that happens, we have all our height adjustments taken into consideration. We can actually get our hardware and get everything mounted in place. So what do you think? Pretty simple. Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's cute. Looks like a little barn door.
Yeah, it'll be plenty stable. Stable enough for what we needed to do.
Reminds me of like a chicken coop door.
Yeah, it's cool.
We are heading out. Jeremy's going to go take the measurement for the second door, and I'm going to go get my babies put away. Not my human babies, my fluffy babies. My fuzzy babies. We'll see if we can get them with some grain. Dun 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 dun. Look, one smart lamb. Phyllis. Hi, Phyllis. Oh, and then Manny. Mona. All right, guys. We got Myrtle and Ethel bringing up the rear. Come on, guys. Time for bed. So what do you guys think? This is Myrtle here. Pregnant or not pregnant? We're trying to decide. She looks pretty big to us. Myrtle, you got buns in the oven? All right, night-night, guys. So we're heading back in to start working on that second door. The sun has set. I mean, I'm having a really hard time getting out of vacation mode. We took 3 days off and I'm just having a hard time remotivating. So it's kind of like once you fall in that unmotivation trap, it's really hard to get out of it. But it definitely doesn't help to wake up in a nice, comfortable 75-degree little tiny home. And there's a couch and a TV and snacks. And then put your coat on and go out in the cold frigidness and work on a garden in January. Like I'm kind of lacking a little bit of motivation, but we're going to push through that because it's definitely a trap that you can fall into. And then it's really hard to get going again. So we're just pushing past it and we're just going to keep going. Are you having a hard time staying motivated like me today? It's hard today for some reason. You think it's the cold or just because we just got back from 3 days in saunas?
I don't know, probably a combination of them. Just, yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling to get back into the groove of things.
I know, me too.
You know who I need to be like? Stella. Remember when she got her groove back?
Stella got her groove back by
That's what I
dating
need
a
right
younger
now.
man.
Little Stella in my life.
Kenji, what about you? Do you need to get your groove back? Do you, Kenji? Do you need some Tay digs? It's probably a good idea.
Vasectomies around here. Accidental vasectomies.
I like the way you hung around. I just like being close to you. When you're gone, I feel so blue. Yeah, I like the way you hung around.
That's how professionals glue. Globs. I need some glob.
You need a glob?
Yeah, you get that glob in there for me? You capable of a nice professional glob?
We're very professional. You know,
That looks like an amateur globbing. I'm not gonna lie.
The professionals that smeared all flat, I mean, globs are fine. Don't be snobby.
Do better.
Globby.
Do better. Melissa.
That's a professional glob.
It looks like a bird landed on my gate, left a little present behind, and then flew off.
Singing to me all along. The way you love me with my heart.
There we go. It makes two.
I like the way you sing your songs.
It's noon day 2 and I just finished homeschooling. So a lot of folks have been asking, how do we do this with 4 kids in tow? How can they possibly do it if they have kids? And the answer to that is always just priorities. The priority is always the kids and homeschool. So that leaves Jeremy out there working oftentimes without my help, but we've got to get the school done. So Monday through Friday, I'm in here homeschooling till at least noon, if not a little bit later. And then he's just out there working by himself. And then I join him when I can. So I do feel a little guilty about that because it is freezing out there right now, but I am ready to help him now. So we're gonna see what Jeremy's up to. What were you able to get done?
Well, I got the man doors moved outside,
Okay.
so we can slap the hardware on that, get those mounted, and then everything's been cut and notched out. I'm almost done with that for our first drive-through gate. So I'll finish up with this, and then we can put everything down and slap this together.
We're just gonna slap it together. Easy
Slap
as
it.
that. Just
Glue and screw.
slipping and slapping. Nice job. You got a lot done.
Thank you. Okay, we got one gate assembled and taken out. We're gonna work on gate number 2 and get that moved over as well.
So it is now snowing, but we were able to get all of our gates assembled and hauled out into the garden space. So all we have left to do now is get them mounted.
Oh, I'll do some mounting.
Jeremy, gates. We're gonna mount the gates. All right, mounting expert, what's the first step?
Why don't we work on these big gates first? We'll figure out our process for that. Hopefully that goes smoothly, and then we can do the man door on this side, and then we'll switch sides and get that one banged out real quick.
Sounds good. Jeremy's gonna stand back and look at every single gate every time we hang one.
Why it takes us so long?
Normally it's a 45-minute project.
You just step back and look at it like every step of the way.
So 4 hours.
Yeah, give or take.
We got 1 on, 5 to go. I had to run inside real fast and get Jeremy these little hot hand things. So he can't wear gloves when he's working with the screws. And so we've been using these little things to just shove in our pockets and warm up our hands in between working. Hey, Daddy.
Yes, Mama.
Meow. This is not very conducive for a good work environment.
What was that?
Mabel's one of those high fashion hats that you wear. You know, no animals are harmed in the making.
No.
Doing great. It's very frozen fingers right now.
It's so cold.
Does it feel like someone else's hand?
I don't have any control of my fingers right now.
You've lost all dexterity.
No telling what my fingers are gonna do, Melissa.
No, Jeremy. Keep them to yourself. Cue the stand back. How's it look? All right, we are moving on to the man door.
And the woo man doors. Get it?
Now.
I could go around the world, finest diamonds, precious pearls, they'd all turn to dust in my hand. 7 wonders, city streets, ocean air and mountain peaks, they are not the finest in the land. Much more than these I have seen firsthand. 'Cause there ain't nothing like coming home to you.
All right, one side down. Now we just have this one to go. We can go inside and warm up.
No matter what I do, there ain't nothing like coming home to you.
Here he goes.
Places where the heart resides, brothers laugh and lovers cry, hold each other up when we can't stand. Back home with my family, it's right there where I wanna be. It's all I need to be a rich man. There ain't nothing like coming home to you. And no matter where I go, and no matter what I do, there ain't nothing like coming home to you.
Can't feel my hands.
Me either.
What do you think of the gates, dude?
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Perfect timing to help us carry everything back in. And you can start me a fire because your mom's freezing. Here, carry me. Ready?
Attaboy.
Onward!
Attaboy.
Back home with my family, it's right there where I wanna be. It's all I need to be a rich man. They are all I need to be a rich man.